Hello guys, welcome back to your channel 1000 Manga Recap. Lin Shi stands nervously, facing Wu Chen across the dimly lit office room. The air is thick with tension. His words echo in her mind. Wu Chen, with cold determination. My transaction may be small, but it's definitely not casual, Ms. Lin. Go to the office, and bring a lawyer. Scene shifts to the office. Lin Shi walks into the office, her heart pounding. The room feels different, colder. The lawyer stands beside her, a silent witness to the confrontation. Lin Shi, her voice shaky, yet trying to sound confident. The place has changed, the lawyer's here. Is that formal enough? Can we finally talk about your deal now? Wu Chen, leaning forward, his eyes burning with intent. I won't beat around the bush, Ms. Lin. I want 51% of Infinite Investment shares and to become an executive director. Lin Shi's eyes widen in disbelief. Her mind races as she tries to grasp the gravity of his demand. Lin Shi, her voice rising in disbelief. Infinite Investments may not be great, but it's still worth around 60 billion. You're asking for half, and you think it's a small deal? The lawyer stands in the background, his eyes narrowing as he silently judges Wu Chen's audacity. Lawyer, thinking to himself. I've never seen anything so ridiculous in my life. This man, he must be insane. Wu Chen, with unflinching certainty. A fair transaction requires a solid foundation. In the folder on the left is Infinite Investments operational status, documented after Ms. Lin found her son a month ago. In the folder on the right, there's a letter from Ms. Lin, asking me to take charge once this situation occurred. Wu Chen's gaze sharpens, every word carrying weight. Wu Chen, calm, but unyielding. If these documents don't match what actually happened, the equity deal is void. The lawyer will hold on to these folders. How does that sound? The lawyer stands up, a mixture of skepticism and curiosity on his face. Lawyer, with a sigh, giving in. Mysterious, and somewhat bizarre. Fine. We'll do as you say. Lin Shi looks at the lawyer, her face tense. She nods silently. Lin Shi, coldly. Take the folders. Keep them safe. Now, please leave. Wu Chen remains unfazed, his mission clear. But Lin Shi has one final question. Lin Shi, quietly, voice trembling with emotion. Where's my son? Wu Chen, his voice low, his face unreadable. Don't ask too much, Ms. Lin. You'll find out when the time is right. 10 days later, Lin Shi stands at the edge of a village, her heart racing with anticipation. Her eyes catch sight of a young man, her son. She cannot believe her eyes. Wu Chen, calmly, almost detached, yet with a hint of sorrow. During the accident years ago, he was thrown from the car, rolled down a hillside, and hit his head. By a twist of fate, a passing monk saved him. He's been here ever since, living as an anonymous monk. Here. This is the paternity test result. Lin Shi's world shatters. Her breath catches in her throat as she looks at the boy she thought was lost forever. Lin Shi, tears welling in her eyes, voice breaking. He's my son. He's my son. Wu Chen, softly, but sternly. Ms. Lin, your son's injury left him unable to speak. You won't be able to communicate with him. Lin Shi, sobbing, her heart breaking. What did you say? My son, he's mute? Wu Chen, gently but with a sense of urgency. Don't be agitated. I have a way to cure him, but you must trust me. Lin Shi falls to her knees, overwhelmed with emotion. Lin Shi, through her tears, pleading. If he can be cured, I'll take him to America. I'll find the best doctors. I'll pay anything, just, please, save him. Wu Chen, his expression hardening. That's the issue. His condition can't be fixed by modern medicine. You'll need to trust me. Lin Shi looks into his eyes, the pain and desperation in her heart clear. Lin Shi, nodding, her voice shaking but resolute. Fine. I'll trust you, one more time. The next day, they journey deep into a remote village. Lin Shi, doubt clouding her heart, questions their destination. Lin Shi, doubt creeping into her voice. We've come all the way to this remote village to treat my son? Are you sure about this? Wu Chen, his voice unwavering, filled with quiet confidence. Ms. Lin, do I seem like I'm joking? They meet an elderly man, Elder Ju, in the village. The old man regards them with curiosity, his eyes twinkling with hidden knowledge. Elder Ju, with a slight smile. It hasn't even been 3 days since the Tong family left, and now we have another distinguished guest. It's been a while since our village has been this lively. Wu Chen, respectfully, but with urgency. Elder Ju, we wouldn't disturb you if it weren't for an urgent matter. We hope you can use the Ju family's unique skill, the Taisu 9 formation, to examine my friend's child. Elder Ju, chuckling softly, but skeptical. The Taisu 9 formation? That's just an exaggerated reputation from old friends in the martial world. Wu Chen, no hesitation, his words sharp and clear. Elder, there's no need to be modest. As for the person you're concerned about, I've already negotiated with him. Peng Cheng's compensation fund has been transferred, hasn't it? Elder Ju's eyes widen in recognition. Elder Ju, surprised, then bowing slightly. Are you? Wu-chan, Mr. Wu? I'm sorry about that. I was just giving the usual spiel for outsiders. Please don't mind. You avenged Pengcheng, so I owe you a debt of gratitude. Whose illness needs treatment? The treatment begins, and Lin Shi watches, heart in her throat. Slowly, her son's voice begins to break through the silence. Lin Shi, sobbing with joy, overwhelmed. Ah, that's wonderful, it's wonderful. Back in the office, Wu Chen stands with the lawyer, his gaze unwavering. Wu Chen, pointing to the documents. Lawyer, open the folder on the left and compare the recorded operational status with the current situation. Lawyer, hesitant, but following orders. Due to the chairman's negligence and an internal mole leaking information, Infinite Investments is currently being shorted by several companies. Wu Chen, his voice cutting through the tension. You found your son, and you poured all your focus into him, losing sight of the market. No, to be precise, your son's return reignited your passion, shifting your absolute focus from work to your personal life. Lin Shi, her voice breaking with realization. Wu Chen, temporarily, the company is yours to manage. Wu Chen, finally, the victory in his eyes. I've been waiting for those words, Ms. Lin. Listen, 2 billion will soon be in your account. Execute everything according to plan. Weeks pass, and the news headlines are filled with the transformation of City A's restaurant industry. The Tong family's new model is making waves, and Infinite Investments is making a comeback. The pressure, however, never leaves Wu Chen's shoulders. Wu Chen, watching Lin Shi, his tone unyielding. Ms. Lin, the phone's rung 40 times. Are you really not going to answer it? As days go by, Lin Shi becomes consumed by her son's recovery, her mind slipping from the company's needs. Wu Chen continues to guide her, his voice a reminder of the balance she must keep. Wu Chen, matter of fact, but with empathy. Let me rephrase it. Ms. Lin, with the current situation, can you think of any solutions? No. Your mind is a blank when it comes to work. Rather than letting Infinite Investments wither away, why not let me run it for a bit? Your son just started recovering, surely you wouldn't want him going without a meal down the road. Lin Shi sits beside him, reflecting on the journey. She is stunned by what Wu Chen has done. Lin Shi, her voice filled with gratitude and awe. In less than 2 weeks, City A's dining industry has been turned upside down. The Tong family's new model is about to launch nationwide, tapping into a trillion-yuan market. Infinite Investments is back, and it's more than I could have ever imagined. Wu Chen, calm, yet hinting at a deeper understanding. So, what's next? Lin Shi, leaning in, the weight of everything on her shoulders. Now, I just want to know, is what's in this folder really that miraculous? Wu Chen, sitting back, his tone cool. Ms. Lin, you've lost your motivation. Lin Shi, after a pause, a sense of finality. I've lost my motivation. Lin Shi, with a soft, sensual sigh. It suddenly reminded me of when we met almost 2 months ago, and you said you could cut to the front of the line. You're really something else. Wu Chen steps closer, his voice low and intense. Wu Chen, in a calm yet heated tone. Ms. Lin, the outrageous part, hasn't even begun yet. Lin Shi gazes at him, a teasing glint in her eyes, her voice full of anticipation. Lin Shi, sensually, with a smirk. I want to see just how outrageous it can get. We see Wu Chen grabs Lin Shi's balls. Wu Chen says while kissing, then let's begin. We see the kiss going very intense. We see Wu Chen start pressing Lin Shi's ball. Wu Chen, his eyes blazing with determination, steps closer to Lin 11. His hand moves with purpose, sending an electric jolt through her. Lin 11 gasps, her voice trembling, you. But there's no hesitation in her gaze as she whispers breathlessly, I still want more. A fire ignites in Wu Chen's eyes. Without a word, he begins an intense and relentless exercise. Every move he makes sends waves of pleasure that leave Lin 11 teetering on the edge of consciousness. Her thoughts spiral, so much pleasure, it feels like I'm about to lose myself completely. Leaning in, Wu Chen's voice is low and sensual, Miss Lin, this is just the beginning. I've only warmed up. I'm in perfect condition, let's go again. Lin 11, her breath coming in short gasps, cries out, no. Oh God, how are you like this? It's as if you're a perpetual motion machine. Wu Chen smirks, a hint of mischief playing on his lips. As he gently takes her hand and kisses it, his mind sharpens. It's time to seal the deal, he thinks. I know her better than she knows herself. Years of repeating this loop have taught me exactly how to touch her heart and reignite her zest for life. His thoughts deepen. She's been with so many men, none of whom could truly reach her. Her standards are sky high, but I'll give her something she's never known before. Hours pass, and Lin 11 is left in awe. Her thoughts are filled with disbelief and admiration. Wu Chen, he's not just incredible in battle. He's extraordinary in every way. His ability to predict the future, his strategies, his soul, how could I not have met him sooner? What have I been wasting my life on? She gazes at him, her voice soft, filled with longing. Why couldn't you have come into my life earlier? A satisfied smile spreads across Wu Chen's face as he thinks, Lin 11 is mine now, mind, body, and soul. Meanwhile, a phone rings, shattering the moment. It's Li Ruobing. Dear, Wu Chen answers, his tone steady. What's wrong? The provincial leaders have called for a youth entrepreneur summit in 2 days, Li Ruobing says firmly. The Ubalese acquisition is on the table. We can't afford to mess this up. Wu Chen's voice is calm, reassuring. Don't worry. We've been preparing for this for months. I've got everything under control. But Li Ruobing's sharp gaze catches something, or rather, someone in the background. Wait. Who is she? Her voice is laced with suspicion. I'll explain everything when I get back, Wu Chen replies nervously. Li Ruobing's voice sharpens. She'd better have a good explanation. Otherwise, you're going to have a lot to answer for, dear. As Wu Chen hangs up, his thoughts race. Explaining this to Ruobing is nothing compared to the storm brewing inside Lin 11. Her emotions are spiraling out of control, stronger than anything I've encountered in my 1,000 years of looping. This is going to be complicated. A man says, Xiaozhua, about the Ubalese acquisition, consider it scrapped. Think of a way to resubmit a new proposal. Sua Kaiyang, stunned, replies, Leader, but no one mentioned scrapping it before, why suddenly? He continues, his voice rising, Leader, weren't you fully involved in the research and discussion of my proposal? You know its advantages post-acquisition, especially its impact on boosting Donghai's GDP. Suddenly, Wu Chen enters the room, his presence commanding. Stop wasting words, Sua Kaiyang, he says coolly. Sua Kaiyang turns, his face flushed with anger. Who are you? Wu Chen's gaze is steady. Who I am doesn't matter. What matters is that the leader has chosen my proposal. Sua Kaiyang snaps, oh? And what exactly is your proposal? Wu Chen responds with calm precision. Ubalese's emissions exceed the standard. I'll fund new equipment and a complete overhaul. As for pollution, we'll handle the treatment and compensation properly. I assure the leader, there will be no trouble for the municipal or provincial committees, and all issues with the involved parties will be resolved. Sua Kaiyang laughs bitterly. Throwing money at it? Do you think this is just a money problem? With such a rotten enterprise, Donghai's business environment will be questioned. Ruining the reputation, what good is your money? Wu Chen smirks, unshaken. Such a big accusation? Fine, let's talk about the business environment. Have you heard about the Toon family's new model in City A? Their first nationwide rollout will be in Donghai. This is one of the most discussed and positively received initiatives. Can it not positively influence Donghai's business environment? Sua Kaiyang narrows his eyes. The Toon family? Interesting. You claim their first stop is Donghai. Why? Are you a Toon yourself? Wu Chen replies, I'm not a Toon, but the Toon family is only here because I invested in them. Sua Kaiyang scoffs. Wait! Isn't it infinite investment that funded the Toon family? What does it have to do with you? Ha, don't tell me you're claiming to be part of infinite investment. Wu Chen's eyes sharpen. Using the money you got by licking Ms. Lin's boots to put up a front and create Taiha Capital, you've been fooling people outside for so long that you think you're someone important? And your obsession with Hua Lei, what kind of sickness is that? Sua Kaiyang shouts, what nonsense are you spouting? Keep it up, and I'll sue you. Wu Chen calmly pulls out his phone and shows a video. In it, Sua Kaiyang is heard saying, Sister 11, your feet smell so fragrant, so sweet. I love them. Turning to Sua Kaiyang, Wu Chen says, Sumi? Aren't you worried this video might be seen by lawyers or judges? Speaking of suing, Lin 11 might have to sue you. Over the years, you, a bootlicking scumbag, have spread rumors that Miss Lin likes being with you, even claiming to be her boyfriend. He steps closer, his voice cold. From now on, I'm reclaiming Taiha Capital. And you're forbidden from tarnishing Miss Lin's reputation again. Sua Kaiyang, enraged, lunges at Wu Chen. Reclaim Taiha? Who the hell are you? Suddenly, Lin 11 appears, her expression fierce. She slaps Sua Kaiyang hard. Sua Kaiyang stammers, 11, Sister 11? Lin Shi's voice cuts through the air like a blade. Scumbag, were you about to hit him? Didn't seeing the video he sent you make you realize anything? Without me, could anyone have obtained that footage? She glares at him, Haven't you asked him multiple times who he is? Let me tell you now, his name is Wu Chen. He's a major shareholder and executive director of Infinite Investment and my only boyfriend. Got it? Now scram. Sui Kaiyang freezes, shocked. Lin 11 turns to Wu Chen, her tone softening. As she hugs him, she asks, Wu Chen, are you satisfied with what I did? If you're happy, how about a kiss as a reward? Wu Chen smiles, The leader's still here. The leader, visibly nervous, says, the lounge isn't a formal occasion, feel free. However, I'd like to confirm something, is Infinite Investment really moving its headquarters to Donghai? Wu Chen nods confidently. Of course. Lin 11 adds with pride, if he says so, it's a done deal. The leader smiles. All right, I understand. Carry on, I won't disturb you. 1 hour later, at Li Ruobing's villa, tension fills the air. Li Ruobing paces angrily. Was she here to explain or provoke me, Lin 11 clings to Wu Chen, smiling. Wu Chen, a bit nervous, says, Dear, move closer. Let me demonstrate for you. He turns to Lin 11. Miss Lin, 1111, little 1111. This is Li Ruobing, my girlfriend. I'm introducing you so you remember to address her as your elder sister when you meet. Lin 11 continues smiling, unbothered. Li Ruobing crosses her arms, unimpressed. This is your new woman? How did she turn out like this? Wu Chen chuckles. It's her first time feeling joy, she's a little overly excited. Now you know, back then she wasn't provoking you. Li Ruobing narrows her eyes. Starting with Qingying, most of the women you've found since have had some strange illnesses. She won't stay like this forever, will she? How can we? Wu Chen interrupts with a smirk, how can we what? Miss me already? Give it 2 days. Once little 11 she's symptoms subside, she'll be fine. Li Ruobing sighs, 2 days? Wu Chen grins. 2 days later, you'll be cleaning up the Hua family's mess again. Just wait and see if I'm wrong. If you like my video, please share and subscribe.